So, hold on.
Oh, we're live. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, HollywoodShono here, along with the camera-shy Robbie1Kenobi, about to give you episode 3. I screwed up. I thought it was 2. It's actually episode 3 of our podcast.
All right.
And I'd like to thank our special guest, Robbie1Kenobi, for joining us for our 3rd installment of this beautiful new series. So tell us, Robbie1Kenobi, what's on your mind?
Well, I know for a while you've been wanting to do a wrestling podcast, so
yes.
I thought we might as well. I got some time today. We might as well do it today. But I also asked if we could air some grievances about Mortal Kombat Mobile, because I really like what you did with Man with No Game. I really like that live stream, that podcast.
Yes.
So I love the game, so I wanted to come on here and just talk about what I like and what I don't like, mainly what I want to see improved, because we do have a new update coming out soon. So I just wanted to come on here, talk about that briefly, and then we can talk whatever you want to talk about regarding wrestling. I'm totally down for.
All right, so first off, let's start with the good. What's up, Teth Adam? What is good with Mortal Kombat? What do you like about the game?
Well, it immediately reminds me of Injustice with the simple tap-in, although I know that Injustice has the swipe-in for the heart attacks. Favorite mode is hands down Faction Wars, because I still have gold characters that I need to max out and gear that I need to max out as well. So I'm really happy they haven't screwed that mode up at all. I love Faction Wars. I love the diverse group of characters. The presentation is really crisp since 2.0. I know 2.0 had its ups and its downs, but I think the presentation is really crisp. I really like that. The game is still fun, but it has a lot of flaws. And the two things that annoy me the most are the lack of new content and the seemingly disgusting reliance and emphasis on diamond cards. Like, there is no free-to-play value in diamond cards. Like,
right.
Ever since 2.0, when a number of cards were ascended to diamond status and the group synergies were formed, it's been a real problem, because we've only seen MK11 Jade, MK11 Raiden, MK11 Cabal, and MK11 Sub-Zero as new characters, plus the Terminator, Dark Fate Terminator. But 3 out of those
Scarlet.
5 are in Scarlet, yeah.
2 variants of Scarlet.
Half of them, yeah. But we haven't gotten new gold cards since Leatherface, right? In October 2018, yeah. So my biggest problem is that NetherRealm is putting so much emphasis on these diamond cards that the challenges are so stale. I only farm them to get souls, or to max
a lot of people are
whatever, or only to max out whatever gold cards have yet to hit Fusion X. Faction Wars is still fun, but I feel like they need to give us new rewards, because you're mostly getting challenge characters, and a majority of my challenge characters are maxed out. So most of the time I'm getting sellbacks, either gear or characters or both. So really the two things that really need to be improved in Mortal Kombat Mobile: one, we need
more characters.
We need more gold characters. We need
Towers of Time and a Faction Wars revamp, and a currency for all maxed out characters to buy exclusive characters.
Yeah, or
gear.
Yeah, or an alliance mode, because I for a while now I've been thinking, if they do an alliance mode, we can have raid bosses like in Injustice 2. We can have like diamond characters as rewards, along with diamond special upgrades. And the biggest thing that I think this game needs is a sellback system, because
right.
In terms of all the diamond or all the silver and bronze special upgrades that I have, because I have so many of those, I wish I could sell them for an extra currency, or trade them to a new player within our alliance, so then they can level up all their silvers and their bronze in a fast fashion. You know what I'm saying?
Or add more bronze and silver.
Well, yeah, like I sent you
There's so
the
many people I'd
checklist.
like to play with.
Yeah, I know, definitely. So I sent you a checklist via email. What I
Yep.
did was, knowing that we were going to do this podcast a while back, I took the time to go through every character from MK11 and then a ton of variants from MKX that have yet to be added to the game. And when it comes to the Mortal Kombat 11 characters, there's 20 that have yet to be added to the game. 17 of the variants like Baraka, Kitana, Kung Lao, Liu Kang, and then the 3 newcomers, Sechion, Garrus, and Collector. Now, there's also the DLC from the Combat Pack, and we actually got one of them, but it's not the T-800 Terminator, it's the Dark Fate Terminator. So the thing is, it just blows my mind that NetherRealm has all these characters that they could have made gold cards, be it from Challengers or Faction Wars store, and we haven't gotten any of them, other than the ones I mentioned. So it's like, I don't understand if it's lack of resources, lack of funding, but why are we not getting all these characters?
It's got to
They
be.
could be making.
It's got to be a lack of funding because Mortal Kombat 11 profits have basically doubled since 2.0 because of all the gambling and whales that are too stupid to not just grind the stuff out.
Yeah. So
Here's the thing, though. You're absolutely right about Mortal Kombat X and the fact that they could. There were so many characters they could have made. Like, leave the Mortal Kombat 11s all diamond, is like they should have done. Leave all the characters alone and then just add new synergies in. They could have easily done that, too.
Yeah, so if you look at the checklist I sent you at the MKX unreleased variants, there's 24 of them, Shono, that could have been released between last year and now, and we would have had like more gold cards. I even put in some suggestions for some silver cards. Like, there's a Melina variant that's called Tournament that could have been a silver. There's a Tournament Liu Kang that could have been a silver. There's this one Scorpion. He's just called Gold. He's this like 2D over the top kind of Scorpion. Oh.
Let me see. Speaking of Gold Scorpion, you mean this Scorpion right here? That was the pre-order from Amazon?
Yeah, I was actually thinking he could be a bronze. He doesn't need to be a gold Scorpion. How about bronze gold Scorpion? You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that would have been a fun bronze card, like when they did Ninja Mime Johnny Cage.
Yeah, that was cool, and I think that was a WBID console unlock, if I remember. You can't get him anymore these days.
Well,
you can, but you got to buy him outright. I think they added him to the bronze cards.
The store is something else that needs to be seriously renovated, because I don't like that's the Injustice 2 store right there.
Horrible. And nobody looks at that. Who's gonna like, okay, if you need bronze and silvers early, but nobody's buying golds from that.
Yeah. So really, this game needs more gold characters, especially gold challenge characters. It needs more rewards in faction wars, because even though I don't have the gear maxed out, even though I don't have the exclusive gear and characters maxed out, most of the time I'm getting sellbacks as rewards. So I would like to see maybe some more of these diamond cards being offered as faction wars rewards. Like every month have like one or two different diamonds being offered, like the way they're doing with Injustice 2 Raiden and Classic Melina. I think since Classic Melina is now a challenge character
as well, yes, but you can still get her from there.
Yeah, but I think now that she's a challenge character, maybe remove her and throw in and rotate a different diamond card every season.
I would like to see when you get a Fusion X character, you get a currency towards a selector. This could be with Fusion X Diamonds as well, because that would encourage free-to-play players to play in the arena. I think they need to make just like a selector. So, like, say you get 100 sellbacks for a gold card. Now you can pick the gold card you want. If you get 100 diamonds as a sellback, you can pick one diamond to make. That way you're not stuck getting sellbacks all the time.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. I like that idea because...
Also with rare and epic gear. If you get 100 rare gear sellbacks, sell them back and you can pick... Well, that I think for gear you should have currency, where you can craft the tower gear. So say say you get a blue sellback. Let's say that's 50 material. If you get 5,000 material, you can craft an uncommon. If you get 25,000, you can craft a rare. And if you get 100,000, you can craft an epic. That's how I think it should be.
Yeah, I like that. Different ways to.
I'd also like to see a character-specific diamond exclusive gear for each character to kind of give them a little bit more oomph.
Yeah,
give them a little more utility.
I like that too. You know, the one thing that I really like about MKMobile is that it's this huge, in a way, universe. Like the way it brings together all these guest characters. So, like, obviously, if you play MKX, you can play as Leatherface, the Alien, the Predator, Jason Voorhees. If you have MK11, you can play as
Kenshi,
Spawn, Joker. Yeah.
Molina.
Yeah, what I'm talking about, like in terms of guest characters. So it's crazy, but really cool how like in MKMobile, you're bringing all these together, and it's creating such a universal fighting game. So it's like you can have Freddy Krueger, Jason Voorhees, and the Terminator on the same team, whereas you can't do that in the you have to have one specific console game. So I really like that it has this universal feeling that it brings all these characters together, because the MKMobile can go on for years if they just update it properly. All these characters is going to bring a lot of replay value, like have the Terminator and the Joker on the same team in a mobile game, where you can't do that you can do it in MK11, but what if you want to have the Terminator and Jason on the same team? You can't have them in MK.
I just wish they put
MKMobile.
I wish they'd make a serious emphasis on two things: Alliance, and which does have the raid format. Solo raids are a great test for that. All the towers are a great test for that. But I'd also like to see some form of like Towers of Time for solo play. And it doesn't mean you have to reward souls. You can reward credits. You can reward like maybe upgrade materials, or maybe even a gear pack. Something to keep players busy. And maybe like a really hard challenge, maybe a couple souls. It doesn't have to be game breaking.
Yeah, me personally, I really wish credits, coins, whatever you want to call them, would not be a form of reward in the towers, because it's just so annoying when I'm farming these hard battles in towers. I win, and then I get garbage coins where I'd rather get exclusive gear or souls or a diamond special upgrade. Yeah.
And that's where the crafting could come into play, where if you're getting sellbacks of all these rares or even wrath hammers, if you turn it into a currency to where you could craft tower gear, I think that would go a long way to making credits more valuable. Like a lot of games, and we can use our experience from Mayhem, for example. How valuable is cash in that game? Extremely.
Valuable.
How valuable is credits in Mortal Kombat Mobile? Not really, because if you're not buying equipment, it's useless, other than maybe upgrading specials. There's no use for it.
So maybe like what would be cool is if like you have Sapphire tokens for rare gear, and then Fuchsia tokens for epic gear, and then the green and silver tokens for like the less common gear. You get those back as a form of currency when you max out a card, or you get a sell back, or you max out gear. Because I have like over 21 million coins, and I only use them for upgrading my diamond cards as specials. Souls, I don't spend that much because I really just am not fond of the diamond packs with like a 10% chance or less of getting a diamond card, and then the rest of it is goals. Like really, NetherRealm needs to sit. They don't have a long-term plan like you were saying. I think they only have like
a skeleton crew where they have one guy working on it all. And it's a shame because if you're making $1 million versus 400K or 500K, hire 2 to 3 people and update monthly. Like, we shit talk the game and criticize the game so much. The reason we do that is because we don't want to play Marvel Contest of Champions. We don't want to play Mayhem. We want to play your games. So, Mick Packer, anybody watching this podcast, take what we say seriously. And don't take it as an insult, but take it as constructive criticism that you guys should probably pay attention to. And just like 90-some P. Howard said, It seems like Mortal Kombat Mobile's next update will be 3.0. They're calling it major. We will have to see.
We'll see, because 2.0 I was really excited for.
It was
It
a
had its
major
good,
letdown.
yeah, I mean, it started off with 3 MK11 characters. Scorpion was the diamond, Jade and Raiden were the trial characters, and it was a good start despite the horrible renovation they did to the store, limiting it to only 3 cards.
Would you like to see a Survivor-like mode in Mortal Kombat Mobile to kind of add some replayability like they did with the Feats of Strength? Do you think that would help a little bit?
Yeah, I think that would. I'd like to see more customization as well. I really love customization in video games, and I think Feats of Strength was a great form of customization. Because that gives you more reason to play the game. But
yes, it does. That's one of the reasons I came back about 2 years ago and made that Android account.
Yeah. But yeah, more towers, especially Towers of Time. I just want, with character exclusive towers like Shirai Ryu, which we're gonna get soon. I really just want the difficulty to be
between Lin Kuei and Black Dragon.
Well, Black Dragon Tower got ridiculously difficult near the end of the tower. Like the Fatal Tower, I want to say the last 20 fights, 30 fights maybe, were ridiculous. Like they were so frustrating, and I really don't like when they don't administer the difficulty at a reasonable rate. Like Lin Kuei Tower in the beginning, really hard, especially that fight with Jade, Cabal, and Scorpion. I think it was 194. Once you get the gear, then it's easier to farm.
Yeah, the Quiet Lane Scepter makes a big difference, right?
Challenge is good. I'm always up for challenge, but challenge needs to be incremented, or needs to be presented in increments. So if you're just throwing all the hard fights right away, or even halfway through the tower, you're going to turn people away. Like I personally almost gave up on both the Lin Kuei Tower and the Black Dragon Tower because they were just ridiculously hard, especially towards the end. And I know you just were appalled by the fact that some of the gear they had gave them an instant X-ray.
That's what I hated in Black Dragon. Lin Kuei was fine. I didn't even mind the boss fights. I didn't mind 194. The first time around was a pain in the ass because I don't have maxed out diamond cards. But at the same time, I like the way that they presented the boss fights with all the Sub-Zeros.
On Twitch. Welcome to Get Out Assholes Club.
So, like, I love the concept of towers to get free diamonds and to get exclusive gear and whatnot, because that's more gear for us to work for, to max out. Towers of Time, I'd love to see. Really, the two main things we need more gold characters, more challenge characters, and very little emphasis on diamonds. Because the fact that now Jade, Cabal, and Raiden, their MK11 variants are now being grouped into diamonds, really irritated me, because it was just like, these 3 were available in trials. Now you're making them hard to get as diamonds. Like, why this forced emphasis on diamonds? What is it about diamonds that is so crucial to this game? Yes, you're going to spend money to try and get them, and I know you are not a fan of loot box gambling, but
which I do not do.
You turn free-to-play players away that way, and that's just what I hate. Yes, we badmouth the game because we like the game and we want to see it excel, just as you want to see Injustice 1 continue to excel and live for as long as it can. So like, I sit here and I see all these promotions for DLC. Like MK11 has like 3 different DLC packs that came out between, I want to say, September and November or December. And like, I look at those and I'm like, okay, you know what? You're promoting them for the console. Why can't you start bringing some of those DLC characters to the mobile game?
Right.
Like there's a Sonya Blade that looks like Sarah Connor from Terminator. And I was like, okay, if you're going to release Dark Fate Terminator, why don't you release that Sonya Blade? You could call her Judgment Day Sonya Blade. I don't care if it's gold or diamond, but release her. Well, I would prefer gold because diamonds are a pain in the ass to get, but you could release her and you could create possible synergy with Terminator. Like, every Terminator on your team either gains a bar of power or gains like a 15 to 30% attack and health boost from having a Sarah Connor, from having the Sonya Blade Sarah Connor skin on your team. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's simple thing.
Yeah, kind of like classic
thing,
Batman and Injustice 2, where all Batman characters get attack and XP. Or Heartbreaker Harley gives XP as well, I think.
Yeah.
You know, something like that.
But it's just like Tyler Lansdowne is not making many friends by not responding to the community, by, you know, freaking... I give more credit to Cactus Pack, Mick Pack, because he actually takes the time to respond to some of us. Tyler Lansdowne's not making any friends. He's not winning any favors from us because it's ridiculous that he, you know, like...
So what do you feel about the combat? 97 PR brings up a good point. What do you feel about the combat system that just feels weird? There's like one type of attack and specials. Don't you... Do you think that it would be good to have more variety in how you attack and not just block and then counter attack? Because that's basically what it is.
Okay, so when I first started playing Mortal Kombat Mobile in October 2018 and I saw there was just a tap, I didn't mind because sometimes the swiping in Injustice 1 I wasn't fond of. But I do agree that I
like it, actually. It brings more diversity to combat.
Yeah, well, but now I think after seeing what Injustice 2 did, with the dash, evade, jump, sweep, I would like to see that somehow implemented in a Mortal Kombat Mobile. I would also like to see, like, all these MK11 characters in the console have these crushing blows, not necessarily like Scorpion's one with the elbow, but like he has another.
Well, that fatal blow's already in the game. It's MK11 Scorpion's
the fatal blows are in the
special
game,
one.
but I want to see like how in Marvel Contest of Champions, when you hold the button, when you hold your finger down on the screen, you can do like a special charge attack. I was thinking, like, I know Terminator has a move where I think he does
even Mayhem
punches.
too.
Yeah, Mayhem too. And then Terminator fires a shot up your jaw, and you see like the skull and everything. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I would like to see those kind of attacks implemented into Mortal Kombat Mobile as like a charge attack, because you see them in all the DLC trailers for like Spawn, Shiva, Nightwolf, RoboCop. So like, why not implement those attacks into the game and have them switch out every depending on like the situation of the fight, if that makes sense.
Yeah, kind of like with cosplay Jackie Briggs. You can have different stances and different abilities for situations, so kind of like that. But that's what's nice about some of the team synergies, is that you can also pull off some cool stuff. So, like, when a certain class gets a bar of power from Balance Kenshi or Shaolin Kung Jin, that changes the whole gameplay, especially with a Dark Fate Terminator. Now they're throwing X-rays off nothing.
Yeah, like...
what should be added in Faction Wars, is Dashi saying. Characters, and the ability, basically put some of the rare Tower of Horror gear in there. Or crafting. Or crafting. I'm good.
Yeah, the different tower gear, I think every month, different tower gear should be added for like somewhere from 3,000 to maybe 3,600 blood rubies. Something fair and reasonable. Like, so say we're doing Shirai Ryu Tower this month, maybe, so like say next month it's still Shirai Ryu Tower, and implement tower gear for Faction Wars. Then next month could be,
why isn't that gear dropping in Faction Wars?
Yeah, like I didn't think about it until recently. Like,
that would be cool.
So towers that are inactive. So, okay, Shirai Ryu Tower is going to be active for like the next 3 months, most likely.
Yeah, so you don't put the gear in
next month. Yeah, so say next month, if they implement this, you have maybe 2 or 3 chances at getting, you have like 2 or 3 epic gear items to get from, say, Tower of Horror as like an appetizer or a sneak peek of what's going to be the next tower.
Even if it's a 5% drop rate.
Yeah. Well,
kind of like they did with Dramon's Mask. Which I think is like 15%.
That
would get more people playing Faction Wars.
Yeah, or have them available in the Faction War store as a reward for like 3,000 to 4,000 blood rubies. Nothing too lavish or expensive like 10,000 like they would try and pull, which is bullshit. But where even free-to-play players can farm enough, and even if they just buy one copy of an epic Tower of Horror gear item, they at least have that advantage, so to speak. Like, you want your free-to-play players to keep coming back. You are such an advocate for free-to-play mechanics. So, you know what you're talking about. And unfortunately, we've been the victims of these little scams with like the diamond gear drop, the diamond packs and bullshit. And I don't like loot box gambling either. The only one diamond pack that I will actually what's that word? The one that I will only
gamble on.
Yeah, but it's a word to like promote it. It's a different word, but it means to like to promote it. Okay. The only diamond pack I will ever say is worth the souls if you can farm it is the Terminator pack, because I actually looked at the drop rate for that, and if you combine the Terminator drop rate and a diamond card drop rate, you actually have a 14% chance at getting a diamond in general, compared to like the MK11 Scarlet one where you only have a 4% chance and then the rest is gold challenge. So I know you're not fond of loot box gambling. I totally respect, your views on that.
But I know why they do it, because you can farm 200-300 souls a day in quests. So unless they...
Yeah.
And then you also farm that much doing challenges too. So like the only way that it would not be feasible is reduce the amount of souls in quests, but then you piss off all the free-to-play players. So that's why I think the drop rates are so bad, because it's so hard to get that shit. Like, even with Injustice 2, the drop rates are horrible, because on a good day of operations, you can get 300 gems just from playing every 24 minutes.
Yeah. So, like I'm saying, Shono, I just want to see more gold challenge characters.
As do we all.
More gold cards in general added to the game. I want to see a lot less emphasis on fucking diamond.
Yeah.
Excuse my
language,
I want to see a lot less emphasis.
I'm sure you speak for the community on that one. Yeah. Like, if the fact that they have to tweet about gold characters coming, I have a feeling that Smoke is going to be in the Blood Ruby store. There's not going to be any new challenges, any new content. That's my prediction. And it's going to be boring as fuck, because I'm going to get one copy of the card, and then that's it. Fuck that. But that's even if I want to bother with Faction Wars.
Yeah. And like, MK11, I haven't played the game. And,
speaking of which, what about the updates of the daily login, where after, like, because rewards like 10 and up are lame. What if after 50 days, let's say after 100 days, you start having a chance to get new characters besides the garbage they offer? Because let's face it, a veteran player is not going to benefit from it.
Yeah, like, Cybernetic Jackie Briggs is okay.
Trash.
Undercover Cassie Cage
trash.
Okay.
Trash. They're all trash, and even Injustice Scorpion is trash compared to Classic.
Well, yeah. No, yeah.
Trash.
I think we should definitely be getting some more.
Or at least change it out,
That's the
game's been 5 years old. It's fucking trash.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to sugarcoat everything. If it sucks, it sucks.
No, of course not. No, you keep it real. Dude, I remember your rant on the Kombat pack. And when you got to Joker, I'll never forget this, man. You were like, and then the next one that makes no fucking sense, but it's probably going to be the coolest out of all of them is Joker.
And I was correct on that too.
Yeah, but it's like, I love it
because I made a fatality video with all 30 characters. See, I need to redo it when Aftermath comes out. Add the 3 I'm missing.
Yeah, I see your grievance with it, because like, I feel Mortal Kombat X had the better roster, not just character-wise, but DLC-wise as well.
Well, and everybody loves playing as Kenshi and Goro, so and Melina. You just can't take 3 staples out of the game.
Yeah, and it's like, and you know what, like Spawn, for a while, people wanted to see him in Mortal Kombat because
I never wanted to see him.
He's perfect for the game.
Terminator's pretty cool though.
Terminator, I'm not gonna lie. When I first saw his reveal video, I was like, yeah, his moves aren't that cool. The fatal blow is cool. the fatality where he transports you to the future and you get your heart blown to bits is badass.
Yeah, no, they did a good job with Terminator.
Shono, when I got Terminator, I leveled him up, and the first thing I did as soon as I got him to level 20 was I started doing X-rays to get his first taunt. Because that first taunt, it's official, you suck. That taunt is gold.
Oh yeah, I use it to this day.
Yeah, me too. I've unlocked every other taunt, but I don't use those taunts because his "you suck" taunt is the best. So my thing with Mortal Kombat is I love how they've been able to really with the guest characters, they've really been knocking them out the park. Like when I found out freaking RoboCop was in Aftermath, I looked at it like, what? Like I didn't jump for joy, but I looked at it like, wow, like RoboCop, really? And his moveset is really cool. Yeah, his moveset is sick.
I don't have Aftermath, and you guys know why. I don't have money to be buying that.
That's unfortunate, bro. I hope you can get back on your feet soon and everything. You know, I'm rooting for you.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, yeah, of course, man. I got your back 100%. So, yeah, like, basically, I don't want Mortal Kombat Mobile to die because when I gave up on Injustice 1 and 2, I looked at Mortal Kombat Mobile, and I was like, should I give this a try? And it was before 2.0. So I started in October of 2018, and it took me a while to get challenge characters.
That was a good update.
I got my ass handed to me by, like, the Triborgs. They were the first challenge that I remember when I started. I hated fighting them because I didn't have anybody except Kenshi that could stand up to them. So Scorpion. I missed those glory days of Mortal Kombat Mobile. Yeah, but I didn't have Scorpion at the time. I mainly focused on Kenshi because you did a video for new players.
Yeah, but you could use Silver because that's still 15% attack.
Yeah.
I would have made it work.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I know you can make it work.
But no, here's the thing, though. The new player experience hasn't changed. The first thing you should always do is play Faction Wars until you can get gold challenge characters, even if it's 1%. Yeah. Get the challenge character, get the Bronze Blood Ruby pack, and then go farm credits. Well, you probably farm credits in Faction Wars if you grind the game out. That still hasn't changed.
So the whole thing, Shono, is I just want to see the game continue to flourish because. I mean, if you look at my checklist, all those characters, be it an MK11 variant, MK11 DLC skin, especially that Elseworld skin that came out in October, and all the other MKX variants we never got, if NetherRealm would just give us 2 of those every month or every 1 to 2 months in an update, maybe a new Faction Wars character and a new piece of Faction Wars gear, the game would still flourish, and we wouldn't be complaining about all the bullshit over horrible drop rates, the emphasis on diamonds, because like I'm really up to here with the emphasis on diamonds. Diamonds this, diamonds that. Like now Jade, Cabal, and Raiden are becoming
and 61
characters.
61, 2 characters a month. That would hold up for almost 3 years.
Yeah.
Even at that rate.
I
really think that Mick Pack does not know how to market a game. You know, I love him to death because he's great with the community, but he does not know how to make a good game. I don't know what fell through the cracks since like 2018, but the quality of the games have just been ass.
Yeah.
And I challenge any developers that watch this video why your games are not getting the full potential of the money. And I'm going to tell you exactly why. Characters. If you don't add characters to a game, they're going to get stale, boring, and people are going to play other games. If you want to keep your player base and retain your customers, it doesn't matter how many gamble fucking stupid shit packs you put out. Give something to the free-to-play players. Put a challenge out with every gambling pack. You can easily do this once a month. 1 challenge character, 1 gamble character, and add the challenge character to Faction Wars. Add their gear to Faction Wars.
Yeah.
There's so many things they could do, and they're just not. So, and this is why I shit talk NetherRealm. This is why I shit talk them, because they are the ones, like, 8 people in over a year. What the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
When Marvel Contest of Champions puts out 2 characters a month, 2 characters a month, even Mayhem is putting out like 4 characters a month. You know, kudos to Mayhem for that. Like, so I'd rather play Mayhem than Mortal Kombat Mobile right now. I'm not even gonna lie, and that game is ass right now. Because of the way they handle versus. And I've complained to them about that multiple times, and they're fucking idiots about it.
Yeah, like okay, so like last couple things I want to say because I know Shono, you like to talk some wrestling with me. That was the whole,
Well, Mayhem is
seed we
partially
planted.
wrestling too.
Yeah. Um, I mean, I tweeted to Cactus Pack this idea I had for the Joker's arrival in Mortal Kombat Mobile. Why not give us a gold Joker trial for like 2 weeks? Give us 2 chances to complete it, so at least we have a Fusion 1. Then give us Gold Cassie Cage as a brand new challenge character, or Gold Cassie Quinn with synergy that synergizes with Joker because she's a Harley Quinn skin. And then the 3 silver variants from Mortal Kombat X that I thought would be perfect: Tournament Melina, Tournament Liu Kang, and Classic / Mortal Kombat 3 Kung Lao. And I think he either liked it or retweeted it. He did one of those. But, I mean, we don't see that. So it's like, I just want to see new gold characters added every once in a while at Diamond, including for Jackie. Jackie Briggs' Diamond is so easy. They should just do the Hellspawn Jackie Briggs.
Honestly, they just need to find out who Mick Pack's boss is so I can rip him a new asshole. Because I don't think it's him. I think he's just doing what they tell him to do. There's somebody above him that just does not know how to monetize their games.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it's Tyler Lansdowne. So, anyway, I just want to see new gold characters, new rewards in faction wars, less emphasis on diamonds, an alliance mode where we can battle bosses for exclusive rewards and we can trade maxed out gold cards or earn new currency for exclusive cards. The selector element you were talking about.
Yep.
Tower.
Like I used to love that with Gear and Injustice 1 crafted. I don't even mind the way you upgrade Gear and Injustice 2. You got to do raids. Or upgrading individual gear. Like I like that because it gives you a reason to farm it. Like if you can do battles and maybe Mortal Kombat Mobile just needs to overhaul their entire game and not just not just adding new characters in. Maybe they need to, like 97P Howard said earlier, overhaul the combat system because it's really bland and boring. Like and even ManwithNoGame gave me some shit about it. It's not Mortal Kombat Mobile. It's not, but these are factors why games get boring easily is because you don't have enough to do. Like, how boring is it to just tap? Like, I fall asleep during the first half of a challenge because I don't have to do anything and I just win it. You know, challengers are so boring these days because there's no innovation. Like, we complained about a third Elder difficulty, which is great, but there's too many fucking fights. And they also restrict characters too much. Like, one character you have to have. Like, the first 2 challenges is fine, but if you have to have 3 of the same character in a challenge, that's boring. And I've whined about that a lot. It's very pointless and careless.
What they also need to do, Shono, is they need to make Elder difficulty like 2 weeks long. So you don't have to farm everything right away. So you can do like one challenge, 25 fights a day, another tower, 25 fights a day. Make the challenges 2 weeks so you can spend extra time on Elder so it's not a hassle, but increase the amount of rewards.
Or just cut the fights down to 15. That would solve everything.
Either way, yeah, I agree. So characters, new modes, alliance mode, less emphasis on diamonds. Because like you said, 8 characters in almost 2 years. When I made a list of freaking like 17 MK11 variants that never came out, 24 MKX variants that never came out, all these freaking DLC skins, whether it's double feature, matinee, or primal clash, like.
And that's not even counting other Mortal Kombat games. That's just counting the ones from the last 5 years. That's not counting Mortal Kombat 9. That's not counting Mortal Kombat, all the other Mortal Kombats, like Mortal Kombat 3 and 4. I mean, you can make other variants from that. I mean, you could finish off the classic characters.
I'd like to just say one more thing. Mick Pack, Cactus Pack, if you're watching this, if you need help, if you need ideas.
Hashtag hire HollywoodShono.
Hashtag hire Robbie1Kenobi as well, because like I'll tell you, Shono, when we talk about wrestling, I have ideas. If you want ideas from 2 of your most loyal gamers, give us a chance and we'll tell you what we think would be great for the game. Listen to your community. Your community is the reason your games thrive and flourish.
Yep.
You don't listen to us and you go against us.
We'll just stop playing your games.
Yeah, we'll stop.
And then you're not making any money.
Yeah, I stopped playing Injustice 1. I stopped playing Injustice 2 because I'm not happy with the content. I'm not happy with what we have. Don't make me quit Mortal Kombat Mobile. And I'm saying this on your screen right now. RoboCop is in the aftermath. He's going to be a diamond, you know. If I don't get RoboCop by the end of this year, I quit. I'm saying this right now on your stream, Shono. You're my witness. Everybody else
assuming they actually put him in the game. I don't think they will. Because of licensing fees.
But you got the Terminator, so it's like, how can you not get RoboCop? Like, you're going to give us the Terminator, but not RoboCop?
Could be different licensing fees.
Don't screw with me like that. Yeah, like, RoboCop is one of my favorite movies. I love RoboCop. So the fact that you can play as him in Mortal Kombat, don't tease me with it and then not give it to me. I'll no lie. I'll quit the game if I don't have him by December, by the end of the month. I got Terminator, but if I don't have RoboCop, I'm done because that's ridiculous.
The only reason I got Terminator is because they made him a guarantee offer, which is what they should do more often. More guaranteed offers. No gambling.
No, you know what? I think
like with Mayhem, I bought Jericho from Mayhem. I think I bought Rusev as well. You know, people like guaranteed.
I personally think, Shono, that they should have charged you less for that. I think $20 should have been $20 should have been the right amount for that Terminator Dark Fate, because they charge $20 for the Dark Fate champion package. You're not guaranteed the Terminator.
Yeah,
so if you're gonna pay $30, you should have gotten at least like his gear or something else to go with it instead of a card. I'm glad.
Didn't they give you his gear? No, they didn't.
No, they didn't. You only paid for him for $30. So I'm happy you got him, of course.
Well, I got his gear too, though. I got his gear too, though.
But I think for $30, they should have given you maybe 3 copies of his gear, the card itself, and all his support cards just for souls or something.
Yeah, but his gear isn't that even good until you max it out. It's health. If you get it maxed out, then you get half special too. That is really good.
Yeah.
But health in a ring slot is pretty uncommon. And that's one of the things I like about the towers is that they're trying with the gear. I do like what they've done with the gear. But at the same time, they just need a little bit more. And I like that they're rebalancing characters. Like, even they realize Mortal Kombat 11 Raiden is trash. So hopefully with a stat boost and a better special one, maybe he won't suck so much. But some of the problems, too, with buffing these bad cards, like Venomous Devore is still crap.
Yeah.
I think they buffed Mortal Katana, but she's still so fucking slow. Outside of her passive, yeah, they did. Because they made her a challenge.
Yeah, but I don't think they buffed her. I think she still has the same passive. Like, they didn't make it to where if you
they might have increased her stats.
I'm not sure, yeah. I was not fond... I didn't mean to cut you off, Shona, but I was not fond of 3 cards that were previously available in the gold pack becoming challenge characters. Classic Mileena, I'm totally fine with because that's a guarantee instead of Faction Wars. But Morpho Katana and Venomous Devora, what the hell were they thinking? Because they were in the gold pack already. But that's their idea of
screwing players over.
New content. Yeah, no, buffing bad cards, going back to Injustice 1, that great video you made. They need to buff Kotal Khan. I don't like Kotal Khan except Dark Lord. I
don't like Jackie Briggs either. Jackie Briggs is trash.
I love Cosplay. Cosplay has one of the best.
I don't like her. She's still weak.
I thought you did like her at first.
No, she sucks. Well, I didn't do the challenge a few weeks ago. Like, when I started doing the daily vlog, she was the challenge. I'm like, fuck this card.
Okay, I love her because I love when I use her as Sub-Zero or Rain for the damage against Outworld. It pays dividends.
Speaking of Rain, why isn't Rain actually in Mortal Kombat Mobile?
That's someone else they could add. Rain from Mortal Kombat 9.
Fujin.
Classic Scarlet from Mortal Kombat 9.
Shang Tsung. We've been asking for that one for years.
Yeah.
You know how fun that card would be by itself? If he can transform into everybody
on YouTube.
I'm not saying Shono we're perfect or we're the greatest, but it's like we're thinking of so many characters and ideas that they could incorporate, and they don't do it. So it's like, and this is the way I feel about WWE. Like, we're gonna talk about wrestling soon, and like a lot of my friends on YouTube say I have a great knack for like creative writing in terms of like understanding how to book a wrestler, how to book a feud or whatnot. So it's like that just frustrates me because I love WWE.
Can we please get these new Mexicans off TV, off Raw, by the way? They're boring as shit.
Are you talking about Andrade and Angel Garza?
Angel Garza, fucking, what the fuck's his name? Humberto Carrillo, and then Rey Mysterio's son. Why? Why the fuck are they on Raw? Put them on SmackDown.
Okay, let's transition now into wrestling. So what do you want to know, Shono, about like me as a wrestling fan or what? Because I know you asked me a while back in a Discord chat. What did you want to know?
Well, how would you fix Raw for one? I think SmackDown's pretty good, except I'm tired of seeing Bayley and Sasha every week.
Okay, the thing with Raw is, first off, and everybody says this, Raw needs to go back to 2 hours because 3 hours of Raw is
too much,
unbearable, in my opinion. Yeah.
Especially 8 to 11. They could do it 7 to 10 and probably get better results.
The thing, and then they need to just book their wrestlers better. They need to make storylines with logic and with sensible payoffs and whatnot. They need to not overexpose their talent. Like, you're gonna have Drew McIntyre. You're going to have Asuka. They're your main champions, of course. But you need to start using other talent. Don't just keep doing Aleister Black versus Seth Rollins. That's a pay-per-view caliber match you could do at SummerSlam. You need to book your wrestlers properly so then they're credible for, like, say, challenging the United States champion or the Intercontinental champion. I'm talking about both brands.
See, that's why I hate the brand split, because back in the day, you could have Stone Cold, The Rock, Triple H, all of them on the show, and nobody cared. Yeah. But unless you're putting Drew McIntyre, Daniel Bryan, and maybe AJ Styles on every show, nobody cared. Like, people get sick of Seth Rollins because you know he's reading a fucking script, and I think that's a problem with, like, you can, like, Randy Orton is a great example of somebody who doesn't read a damn script, and you can tell.
Yeah.
Like, these people need to think outside the box. Yeah. You could tell Bayley reads off a damn script too because she's so fake.
Yeah, no, scripted promos are
trash,
kryptonite for any professional wrestler because you don't allow the wrestler to be themselves. You don't allow the wrestler to naturally grow with the fans, and you don't allow a wrestler to naturally establish themselves as a babyface or a heel. Like, one guy who you can never script his promos is Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe is a savage on the mic. Like, you can never script his promos.
And I love him on commentary too.
Yeah. Like, there are people who are just naturals on the mic. Samoa Joe, like I just said.
Okay, so here's the thing about Samoa Joe. Do you think that some of his promos, when he was trying to be like this vindictive asshole, were scripted? It sure felt that way. Because he came off as a bully.
Well, because when you look at Joe, he's the kind of guy that will beat you up. He'll beat you up just because he can.
But he can't win a title.
That's the problem. He's great on the mic, but they've never booked him to win, besides the United States Championship and the NXT Championship, a major world title like the WWE Championship or the Universal Championship. I personally think he should have beat Brock Lesnar in 2017 at Great Balls of Fire and SummerSlam. Like, that was the perfect time to give Samoa Joe the Universal Championship and have him just tear through the roster until WrestleMania and have him go up against Roman Reigns.
The only wrestler I think they built up right is Drew McIntyre.
Yes.
And AJ Styles, because he fucking deserves it. But
yeah.
Especially after that Boneyard match. And I kind of felt that he was going to win the Intercontinental title because he was the only one not scheduled on SmackDown. And
okay, that's another thing. Sorry. Go ahead. Sean, I'll finish up. I'm sorry.
Well, and I know that they put him on SmackDown to get him away from Gallows and Anderson in the OC. Because when he first came back to SmackDown, he had his OC attire for a couple weeks until they got new attire.
Yeah. Well, you brought up something really good. Predictability is a major flaw in professional wrestling, especially in WWE. If it's predictable who's going to win, then there's no point in tuning in. You were talking about AEW having Cody Rhodes defend the TNT Championship against Jungle Boy, and you said it, Jungle Boy's not going to win.
Waste of time. It's just like Charlotte Flair. Charlotte Flair suffers from boring matches too because you know the outcome.
Yeah, Charlotte, I love her. She's a great wrestler, but the problem is she gets too much exposure, and she gets too many title wins.
So does Bayley. Bayley's the same way.
Bayley.
I actually want to see more. I want to see less of the main talent. I want to see more like Sonya Deville and Mandy Rose. I actually like that feud. Same thing with Otis because they're not main eventers; they're mid carders.
You
need a mid carder. You need mid carder,
brother. Yeah.
Like even Kevin Owens. Otis. Kevin Owens is another, but I know he's sitting out because of the whole COVID bullshit. So is Sami Zayn now.
Yeah.
You know, so that's kind of unfortunate because Sami Zayn had his first major title, and he ain't gonna win another title now after all this shit. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
He's not reliable.
So I think both Raw and SmackDown need they need less overexposure, they need less predictability. Wrestling needs to feel fun and fresh, like when you tune in. So you're not like just complaining about the same people getting the same opportunities or the same
I think they do a better
person.
job on SmackDown. But I think there's also more talent on SmackDown that is actually relevant. On Raw, you got Orton.
Yeah.
That's about it. Orton and maybe McIntyre. Other than that, like, and then you got the Riot Squad teasing a reunion, and you got them trying to get rid of the, like, what the fuck are you doing? That is not what people want to see. People don't want to see that crap. You don't split up the Iconics, and you don't keep the Riot Squad together because fucking Ruby Riot's a loser. She should remain a loser. Just like Liv Morgan should remain eye candy. She shouldn't have no major push. She's eye candy. I mean, look at how much Shayna Baszler made them all look like garbage. Every single person
been on the fucking show for like months.
You know why? Because Vince McMahon soured on her.
Vince McMahon lost faith in her. That's horrible. Vince needs to have more faith in his talent because...
I mean, look at Ronda Rousey. She loses one match and cries like a bitch. Same thing happened to Shayna Baszler.
Yeah.
Oh, no, she was in that Money in the Bank and she failed that.
Braun Strowman has not been a good Universal Champion. I'm sorry. He's a joke as a Universal Champion. And it's because of the people they put him up against. It's like...
Well, yeah, okay. Bray Wyatt. Everybody's going to root for Bray Wyatt because he's fucking awesome.
Braun Strowman won the Universal Championship almost 3 years too late. He should have won it from Brock Lesnar.
2017, yeah. I remember that.
Just like
when Baron Corbin fucked him over.
Yeah.
I remember that day.
Yeah, it's
hit him in the back of the head with a belt, and then he became Brock Lesnar's bitch. And then he gets a rematch at Crown Jewel, and Brock Lesnar murders him. Like, okay, so how is he credible?
Yeah. It's horrible. Like, I like Braun Strowman, but he's you can't take him serious. No. It's like WWE overexposes and sours their talent so bad that when they finally get a push,
that's because of the brand split.
They're not credible. So it's like,
and 3 hour Raw. That is a big problem too, because that saturates the talent too. Because then,
and my biggest gripe is when an NXT standout gets called up to the main roster and they don't shine. Bianca Belair, where's she been all this time? You know,
Forgotten Sons.
Montez Ford's wives. Yeah, EC freaking 3.
He's gone though. He's going back to Impact.
Yeah, I know, but I'm like, when he came up, they didn't do anything with him other than a brief feud.
That's because Vince don't like him. Yeah, and that feud with Dean Ambrose ruined him. Yeah, because he was doing fine until then.
Yeah.
Vince don't like him. He never did. That's why he got fucked over years ago.
That's why I hate when NXT talent get called up to the main roster because I'm scared they're going to be screwed. I'm scared the booking, the creative...
Kairi Sane's another one. Nia Jax injured her, and she's gone. She's going back to Japan.
Yeah. So what I think WWE needs in general is they need better writers, maybe a small writing team of 3 people.
Well, that's why they got rid of Paul Heyman as the head creator of Raw.
Because Heyman is such a genius. He's such a creative genius. I don't understand why they did that.
Well, I don't know. I guess he felt they had to blame somebody for the shareholders, is my guess. But I think the whole reason behind that is just they want him in a more managerial role. They don't want him to have power. It's got to be just Vince McMahon pulling strings and waving his dick around, thinking he's all high and mighty when he's an idiot these days. But,
I'm sorry. I love WWE, but I don't watch Raw or SmackDown. I just watch highlights from Twitter and YouTube.
A lot of people do.
I can't sit through. Yeah, because it's just, unless when the content is not trash, when it's worth watching, then I will tune in every Monday and Friday. But until then, I'm just going to watch NXT, AEW, and that's it.
You need to talk to my friend Mike McCarthy because he's the same way as you.
Yeah. Like, I used to do fantasy booking videos on my channel when I used to make content. And my friends loved the ideas I came up with because they were so creative and they were original. You know, they thought I had what it takes to be a part of the WWE writing staff. I even tried to apply for a job. I even applied for a writing gig with WWE. I wanted to be a creative writer. And unfortunately, I never heard back from them. But, yeah.
I'm sure they get thousands of applicants.
Yeah, but you probably have to fit a certain mold or something like that, or meet certain standards. Like,
you just have to know how to suck. You have to know how to kiss ass and suck dick. That's all.
Well, no.
You got to be a part of the Kiss My Ass Club.
If they hired me and they trashed all my ideas, I would not work for them unless you take my ideas seriously.
And that's probably why you never got a call back.
No, you're not gonna piss all over my ideas. If I'm giving you great ideas, it's because I want your product to strive and to flourish.
Of course.
Like what I was saying about Mortal Kombat.
Like Mayhem too, because you got me into that game.
Yeah, Mayhem was really fun until it was becoming really difficult to complete all these events to earn like all these characters, and the freaking Rey Mysterio Jr. update failed because he never showed up until the year after it was promoted. So like I just got frustrated with like lack of content and whatnot. Farming the 4-star Jericho, I was up till maybe 4 a.m. to get that shit because I wanted him badly. So I did an all-nighter like you to get him, and he was the last real fun moment I had in Mayhem. But then it started just getting harder to farm stuff. So yeah,
it's a commitment. It really is, and that's why I don't play versus in Mayhem, because it's a commitment.
Mm-hmm.
Whether people want to see that or not, it's a commitment.
Yeah. So whether we're talking about Mortal Kombat Mobile or Injustice 1 or Injustice 2 or wrestling, the key factor that brings them all together is content, variety, freshness. You're going to turn your viewers and customers away, either, you know, no matter what it is, you're going to turn them away if you're not giving them something fresh, something for them to clamor for. So we just care a lot. We just care, you know. If we're bitching, if we're complaining, if we're trashing Tyler Lansdowne and his fuckball crew, it's because we care. I'm sorry, we're not bad people, but we have the right to express ourselves in a proper manner. I love Mortal Kombat Mobile so much, but I hate all its flaws, and I'm damn sick and tired of diamonds being the special of the day. Like, come on, man. A diamond every 2 or 3 months is fine. Shao Kahn was a great diamond. Classic Reptile was a great diamond.
There's a right way to do it.
Everything is diamonds now, man. Like I just get more frustrated with Mortal Kombat Mobile because I play that game more than WWE Supercard and the other game that I started playing recently because I was inspired by your venture in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. I started playing Looney Tunes World of Mayhem.
See, I have an effect on people.
And I like that game a lot. It's just like Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. It's just like Marvel Strike Force, the gameplay, turn-based game and everything. And it has content that I have yet to unlock that I'm looking forward to unlock. I haven't posted about it in almost a month on your gaming page because I was going to surprise everybody with a new game. But yeah, I've been playing Looney Tunes World of Mayhem for almost 2 months now. I have like over 50 characters unlocked, and there's so much stuff for me to do in that game that I go back to it every day.
See, and you can post it on Hollywood Shono Gaming. Go for it.
Of course.
But
Hollywood Shono Gaming. It's open to all games. So for those watching, whatever game...
Tess Adam dropping $1. Thank you very much, man.
For anybody watching this, whatever games you play, you are free to post it in the Hollywood Shono Gaming. Unity and games.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And now that I got my PS3 out in the open, let me show people real quick. Now that I got my PS3 out in the open, right there. I bought a green decal. I didn't do it that great, but there's my PS3 right next to the PS4.
Yes.
Camera work is horrible, and then we got the Xbox One right up there. So now I can play my retro games up there. So, and you notice one of my games is right there, Mortal Kombat Collection on PS2. Yeah. But then up here, look at that.
SmackDown versus Raw.
And
Mortal Kombat X.
Here come. Well, I have Mortal Kombat X, but
SmackDown versus Raw.
Look below it.
SmackDown Here Comes the Pain. Yep. I saw that earlier.
Yep.
And fucking WCW Nitro on the PS1. I had that.
Yep.
Yep.
Stupid camera's going backwards now. All right.
Yeah.
Well, we just took our podcast to another level, and you guys got a chair stream out of that. But
okay. You know what, Shono? I wanted to ask you something. Going back to Mortal Kombat real quick.
Okay.
Would you like to see? You know what? We haven't mentioned this. How about new stages? We haven't got new stages since Shao Kahn's Shang Tsung's island ruins. The one stage that I would love to see them bring to MKMobile is the Retrocade. You've seen the Retrocade, right? From Aftermath?
Yeah. Yep. And also, I like the tournament stage.
Yeah.
As me and Vince always duke it out there. Or even in Smash Brothers, we duel in the boxing ring all the time.
Yeah.
Because it's just fun.
Like you said, what they need to do, Shono, is they need to have a serious staff meeting, and they need to draw out like a blueprint, like a timeline, to get an idea of what they can release. Like Tower of Horror is perfect for Halloween. Lin Kuei Tower is perfect for the winter. Shirai Ryu Tower, I guess you could say, is perfect for the summer because of Scorpion's fireballs, the heat, whatnot. But they need to just draw out. They need to have like a long-term plan. So like they need to like look at all the characters, all the stages, all the special moves, like to add more brutalities and whatnot. And they need to say, okay, what can we add for this?
And I think it's cool they're doing that too. But they should have had like fatalities at launch too. And I think it's the right way to do it as like a finishing move.
Yeah. Like, yeah, that's what they need to do. They need to just brainstorm. They need to see, okay, what characters have we not added? What characters would people like us to add? What characters are fitting for like the summer or the spring or the fall or Halloween? Day of the Dead team was one of the best additions to the game. Are they even in Mortal Kombat X in the console?
I don't think so.
Look, they added 3. They reskinned Aaron Black, Jade, and Kitana and made them one of the most powerful teams in the game. So it can happen. You know, they just need to come up. I like when they do
even with
events.
Like Man of Steel, Superman, and Zod. I don't even think we're in Injustice 1.
They weren't. No, Zod. No, they weren't. They weren't. They were special skins.
Zod was, but Man of Steel I don't think was.
What was I gonna say? I think Man of Steel was a DLC, like the Green Arrow.
Oh, could have been.
Yeah.
But
and you know what? Like to jump to Injustice 2 when that bullshit Heartbreaker Harley Quinn box came out, there was a very rare chance to get her. I said, why not do a Valentine's Day event where you get a chance at Heartbreaker Harley Quinn shards? It's the simplest thing. They just don't.
Well, they put it in operations for a while.
But I quit after that.
Yeah.
I quit
so did I.
2 after Blue Beetle came out. I was just like, I've had it with this game. Like the update where they did something to the Flash and Blue Beetle came out, I just couldn't stand it. I just said I'm done with this game. And it was mainly because of Arena too. Arena was so much fun because of Mythic Wonder Woman. I got her as my first 4 or 5 star. And then
I have like 1,700 shards if you need any.
I don't. If I ever do come back to Injustice 2, I will, but I don't think I'm coming back to that anytime soon. When I'm done with a game, I'm done because Injustice 2 ruined Arena for me so bad. Like I for all of us, not just me. I'm not the only victim. But
the funny thing is, it's not as bad as it used to be because I think a lot of people quit. But like I played Arena to get Black Adam to 6 stars. I barely broke a sweat and got Elite 4. I mean, it's still a pain in the ass because it's still like top 250 get it, but still.
Yeah,
I managed to get it.
It should have been like, yeah.
It still feels easier than it used to be.
That was another problem I had with Mayhem was the ranking systems and versus. I didn't like.
I like Marvel Contest of Champions. Top 800 gets a 4-star, and top 150 gets a 5-star.
That's better. That's straight up better. Yeah.
And if you don't feel like farming it, don't waste the time. Just get the units.
Yeah.
I think they have a great system.
Yeah. So I want to make sure I get this out. You asked a question yesterday on your gaming page and on your personal page about what do we like on your channel? What do we want to see more of on your channel? And what is the one game that you should main on your channel? So me personally, I love your streams. I love your Injustice streams. I love your Mortal Kombat streams. I love your I'm big into your fighting game streams, but I also love when you do Star Wars, Strike Force, when you do the RPG ones, the turn-based games.
Raid Shadow Legends.
Daily vlogs. Yeah.
A lot of people are liking the daily vlogs. Yeah.
The daily vlogs are something very different because it's
like peered into my life.
Yeah,
and what
the
I'm
personal
thinking.
side of HollywoodShono. whether you're in the yard, whether you're with Beth, whether you're you're near Mama Shono, like I love seeing those. And I love when you do tech reviews. I don't watch a lot. I haven't seen a lot of your tech reviews, but
I haven't done one in like 2 months. I need to do more. I need to just pick some of my random tech and just go do a review on it.
You're very tech savvy, so I like how you show that passion with the different tech. Like you inspired me to get 2 8-bit Dough game controllers for my SNES Classic because of one of your reviews.
Speaking of which, I actually set mine up last night, so now it works with my Switch again. And I got the little phone clip, so I can hook up my... I'll go put it on the stream right now as we speak.
Yeah. Now, in terms of... So, that's what I like to see from you, Shona. I love your streams, of course. I love your daily vlogs and your tech reviews. Even though I haven't seen a lot of them, I still think it's cool that you get to review all these tech products. Because you're very tech savvy. So, yeah.
I probably should review the 8-bit Dough controller as well.
Yeah. In terms of what I'd like to see new, I'd like to really see you do throwback retro days for games.
Yeah, I think a lot of people would like that too.
Yeah, and like you said, if they're true fans and supporters of your channel, they'll tune in to a retro stream. They just won't tune into your Injustice and Mortal Kombat streams and then just call it quits.
Speaking of 8-bit though, that's the updated one. I like this one better because it doesn't feel like a Super Nintendo. I think I broke something in my clip, but I like the fact that it looks like a PlayStation 4 controller, kinda. It's got the same kind of layout.
Yeah.
And even the shoulder buttons feel really good. I did break a piece off on this. I think that's what I broke last night. Oops. Cheap-ass plastic clip.
So I think retro/throwback days to stream retro games would be great for your channel. Like a Throwback Thursday, because you have Wednesdays for Injustice, you have Saturdays for Mortal Kombat Mobile. So I think a Throwback Thursday would be cool in your schedule to do like a retro game every different week.
I know I used to do Switch Sundays too. I don't know why. I think I stopped that because of Marvel Contest of Champions Arena farming. That took up so much. Not really on Sundays. That was like an off day.
Yeah, and then as far as a game for you to like main on your channel,
a lot of people said MCLC.
Justice or Mortal Kombat. MCOC, Marvel Contest Champions.
Yeah, they said I need to go back to that.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say Injustice or Mortal Kombat, and I feel like that's such the cliche answer. So if I was to pick a game for you to main, besides Contest of Champions, I would probably say. If you're able to get back into Strike Force, I would love to say Strike Force because you were the one that got me into that game. So
I had a few people in that game. Mazarin, Evil Merle.
Yeah, so I say Strike Force to go with something different besides the 3 cliche consensus answers. So yeah, I go with Strike Force. So you can see you.
90 Something Howard would love that one.
Yeah.
The problem is you can't play that game for 8 hours at a time. You really can't.
Yeah.
That's that's like Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. You play it for a couple hours, and then you go do something else because you can only like Blitz is every 2 hours, and that only takes like 30 minutes to do. I thought it would be a lot more of a pain in the ass, but it's not.
Looney Tunes has a little bit of a setback like that because after you do their brawl mode, which is one form of PvP. Basically, what you do in that is you fight opponents, and if you win, you get a crate from them. You steal a crate with like resources and stuff, but you can only have up to 4 running at a time, and each of them have a different
Clash Royale time like that too.
Yeah. So like Clash Royale. So that's one of the setbacks that you can't have up to like 5 or 6 or 10. So after you do that, unless you have.
I just want them to release Diablo Immortal because I would main that game.
Yeah.
Or a game like it.
I said this in your stream, Shono. I don't know if you saw it yesterday because I know during your Q&A, a bunch of people were sending last minute stuff and whatnot. But like I said, my favorite streams of yours are the fighting game streams: Injustice 1 and 2, Mortal Kombat Mobile, Mortal Kombat 11, Smash Brothers.
Smash, I do need to play more because I think that game could do really well on my channel because that's the one you can play with friends.
Yeah. But I also enjoy when you do Star Wars. That game's really cool. I love when you do Strike Force. I love when you were doing Future Fight. I try to tune into your Borderlands and Diablo streams because I've never really been big into those games, but I try to tune into them to show support because, you know, like you said, if you're a true fan, you just won't be there for an Injustice stream and then bail or be a troll and say playing Justice. So yeah, I try to catch those streams as well, even though I'm not digging those games, but just know I do proudly support your channel, man, for like 5 years straight.
Yeah, you have. Oh, you definitely have, and that's why you're a mod too. But yeah, I think one day a week set for the Switch, and then one day a week for Injustice / Mortal Kombat is good. And then 4 days I just pick what I want to do. But I also like the whole... There's a possibility, too, like I do 2 hours of Star Wars. I think that's like the perfect amount of time. Yeah. And then there's 2 hours I could fire up a retro game now, for example. Or I could have, you know, like you said, Throwback Thursday is an idea where I just play a classic game like Here Comes the Pain or Final Fantasy X or even NBA Jam.
So, you know what I was thinking, Shono? Did you ever think of combining your Injustice and Mortal Kombat streams into one day? Like, do...
That's what I'm going to do Wednesday.
Yeah, for Jax. And you should be able to complete hard difficulty. Like I said, the
I know I can.
Are so easy. They're so easy for you. The Spec Ops team only for Tower 4 and then Johnny Cage for Tower 5. That's going to be so easy for you. So I'm happy you can do hard difficulty at least. Yeah. But I was thinking like maybe you do those 2 games on the same night because I know so many people have seen that stream.
That's what I'm doing. And they're both going to be on the main channel.
Yeah, and I'm not trying to knock any of your subscribers, followers that love mainly those games. I'm just saying, like, I love those games, but I also make sure to show my support for your other streams. Like, I'm not here to knock anybody, but I'm not here also to, like, troll you and say, like, you know, oh, Shono, playing Justice. Like, no, you play what you want, when you want, because... That's
how it should be. True fans would not be asking for one game. They would just support whatever is being played. I have my favorites, but I also, you know, I'm very supportive of your channel. I love your different videos. Like, your freaking fireworks show was a blast, bro. I was watching that from work. Yeah, that was really nice.
We called it WCW World War III.
Yeah, I saw that comment. I think I replied to that, too.
Yeah, and then we were like, one of your comment, I forgot if it was Nice MP Howard or Dashi. One of them said, you hit Timmy in the dick and beat him at WrestleMania. That's with all the fireworks.
Yeah. But I think I only did that stream on YouTube, so I think it was MLG. I don't know if I saw 90 Cent P. Howard on YouTube that night.
So,
because he's mostly on Twitch. Once in a while, he'll go on YouTube if there's like a lot of comments on YouTube and none on Twitch, but usually he's a Twitch guy. And I know I forgot to change the name of the stream on Twitch.
Yeah. So to answer that universal question, I love your streams, your tech reviews, and your daily vlogs. I think you should main Marvel Strike Force, and then I'd like to see you do like throwback retro games one day a week.
It's an idea. Mm-hmm. That way you have something to look forward to. Now I'd have to figure out a game that people would tune into as well. Could be SmackDown Here Comes the Pain. That's an option. Could even be What if you go old school and play WrestleMania the arcade game on PS1? Could. There's a lot of options. Shit, I could even fire up a game on the Switch that's on the SNES Classic. Like, fire up Chrysalis. That's a fucking real classic RPG. That's a real classic. So, let me go.
Yeah.
Why is my Switch so damn cold? My God. I could warm my nipples up with this thing.
Yeah.
All right, so let me look at the SNES, because there's a lot of retro shit you can play on here.
Yeah.
Like, Breath of Fire 2 would be really high on the retro list. Let's take a look at some of these together while I have my Switch out.
Yeah.
Green Switch, by the way. Be jealous. The Joy-Cons are legit green.
Yeah. So while you're doing that, Sean, I'd like to ask you a question based on your Combat Pack DLC stream from last August, because I remember how much you shit on that thing, and I just wanted to ask you a question. When do you think it's
Here's a good retro game, too. Punch-Out. That would be a good retro game.
Super Punch-Out?
Both of them.
Punch-Out?
Yeah, both of them.
Hell yeah.
Breath of Fire, there's a few of them.
Yeah. So I'm just curious on your thoughts on this, Shono, based on what you said in the Combat Pack DLC. So when do you think it's appropriate for Mortal Kombat to have like a special guest character? Like, you know, with Terminator Spawn...
One per customer. One per combat pack. You don't need 3 of them in a 6-character combat pack. 1 per customer.
Okay.
That's my final answer. For every 6 characters, 1. Don't put 2 or 3. 1.
Yeah.
Then it's acceptable. Any more than that, what is the point? You know?
Yeah.
It's like Smash, I know, gets away with a little bit more because they have so many franchises. Like, they put somebody from ARMS in the game. Like, even Fatal Fury put Terry, which was actually pretty cool. You know, I think Smash can get away with a little more because they put, like, one per franchise. They don't go, like, except for Pokemon, but there's so many fucking Pokemon, you can get away with more of that.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah. So, like, what would... Okay, so, little brainstorm. If you could rebrand the Kombat Pack that came out earlier, so the one with Sindel, Shang Tsung, the Joker, those 6, if you could rebrand it, how would you have done it? Like, which characters would you have had?
well, I like Nightwolf in the Combat Pack. Shang Tsung is awesome.
Yeah.
So who are the guest ones? Terminator and Spawn?
And Joker.
Oh, fuck, that's too many. See, I think they should have just stopped at Terminator. Like, I get Joker's cool because it ties into DC. It kind of fits because he's violent as hell, but...
Fuck yeah, he's violent as hell.
Spawn and Terminator, get rid of one of them. And I'd say get rid of Spawn. Because I actually kind of like Terminator because he kind of fits into the Triborg role. So if you're putting Triborg in Combat Pack 2, then Terminator makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
But here's something I don't get. Why is Tag Combat not in Mortal Kombat 11? Like, it was in Mortal Kombat 9, and I fucking loved it. Why are they taking it away from
Mortal Kombat X? Why was it not in X either?
Yeah. Well, X, I feel, wasn't as, like, combat-oriented as Mortal Kombat 11. Like, you could still do combos, but I think the reason that Tekken 7 is so popular is because it's not 35-hit combos that take, like, 80... Like, there's combos, but they're not ridiculous like that. You have to be really damn good to pull them off.
Yeah.
And they keep updating the game.
So I remember saying to you, if they do Predator, they should release the Carl Weathers Jax Briggs skin plus the Commando Johnny Cage, and they could have all had some kind of synergy. But then you revealed that they lost the rights to Predator, right? They couldn't get it.
Or Alien, right.
Yeah. So like, I wonder if that's why the Ninja Turtles haven't been added in Injustice 2 Mobile, because when they were first revealed and I was still big in Injustice 2, I marked out for that. I was so excited because, like I was saying earlier,
that's another team that should not have been in Injustice. Turtles have no business being in Injustice 2.
Well, okay, so I respect.
Because look at it. The Turtles were the last DLC to come into the game.
Yeah.
The game was dead on arrival as soon as they came out.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, because nobody wanted that.
Yeah. Well, and that's what I was saying. Going back to earlier, I think it's really cool that Mortal Kombat and Injustice are bringing all these guest characters that may not be over the top, that may not be overkill, but like one way or another fit into the game that they're being released into. And then like on the mobile version, you have them all together in this huge gathering. So it's like you have that broad range of characters to choose from. Because like I was just doing this the other day. I had Terminator, Jason. I had Terminator and 2 Jasons on a team in challenge mode.
That sounds like fun, actually.
In one of the modes, and I was like, "Damn, man! Like this is so cool that Jason Voorhees, who was in MKX, is on the team with the Terminator, who was in MK11. Who would have ever thought you could have this team?"
Or Shao Kahn was one of the Jasons, right?
Yeah. So there's good things about Mortal Kombat Mobile, but I'm not here gonna kiss its ass saying it's the greatest fighting game ever, because there are so many flaws that need to be addressed. So that's why I'm thankful I was able to come on here, because I try to keep my MK or Injustice comments to a
but sometimes they need to be said, right? When it makes sense.
Like on your stream, I try not to talk too much Mortal Kombat, beat around the bush and kiss its ass. It's in a bad state, even though I still love playing it. Faction Wars is my favorite mode, although rewards are really shitty. I need something else other than the store characters and the store gear.
Right, because if a game is boring, people aren't going to play it.
Yeah, like
Marvel Contest of Champions was in a bad spot about a month and a half ago, and then they released the Summer's Appreciation, and that's going to shut a lot of people up. Because now you're giving rewards to everybody, like you're giving back to players. NetherRealm gives nothing to people. They're like, here, has 50 souls. Okay, what is that going to do? Nothing.
Oh yeah, like remember when there was a screw up in NetherRealm? There was a screw up in Injustice 2, and NetherRealm was sending us like rewards that entire week, and like you were just tearing it to shreds. He's like, oh, NetherRealm sent me a gem, a fucking gem. Like, what kind of compensation is that? You know, like, yeah. So something else I wanted to ask you: Future Fight. Marvel Future Fight was a really popular game for you. What do you want to see added to the game? You said it's not in a bad state, but what do you think needs to be added to Future Fight to
I would have to play it. I would have to play it again to actually give you a better idea of that, because I haven't played that game in over a year. But I think the reason I stopped playing that was because of Mayhem.
Right, Mayhem.
I think that's why I stopped playing that game. Like, I didn't think it was a bad game. Not at all. So I'd have to actually look back into it, because I played it free to play. I'm still VIP 0. But I'd have to look back into the game and see, like, how I feel about it. Like, I like the whole, you know, you get 6 stars, you can get, like, red stars or whatever the hell they are. I forget what they were called, but... And you could get... No, in Future Fight.
Oh, Future Fight had red stars, too?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that, because I know Strike Force has red stars.
It's not the same.
But I know Future... Oh, it's different? Okay.
It's close, but it's not, like, as potent as Strike Force. There was a certain reason use for it. I forget. I haven't played that game in a while, but I still have it on my iPad.
Shono, I'm sorry. I forgot this. I promised you I would do this. So during the wrestling portion, I was supposed to give you my thoughts on NXT Takeover in your house. I promised you I would do that, and I don't want to forget that. So Takeover in your house. I thought it was a good, fun show, because I grew up watching in your house pay-per-views when I first started watching wrestling.
I like the Todd Pettengill throwback. That was cool.
That was really cool. That brought me back to my early days as a wrestling fan. So that was cool. The nostalgia, the commercials, like the ice cream sandwiches. Adam Cole doing the Bret Hart commercial for Icy Pro or whatever that was. Matches in terms of the matches, the 6-woman tag team match was a good opener. I'm glad Shotzi Blackheart got the pin, because I think she's a future NXT Women's Champion. I actually used to watch her wrestle here in Northern California. She used to wrestle locally, so I used to go to her shows. The Finn Balor Damian Priest match. The Finn Balor Damian Priest match was a great hard-hitting match. I think that was Damian Priest's best match on NXT. And I think he really proved that he could be a main eventer. So that was, in my opinion, the second best match.
And he's got cool entrance music. I love his entrance music.
Yeah.
It's definitely top 5 on my list. Undisputed Era, him and Finn Balor are awesome theme songs.
Yeah.
And I don't even mind Keith Lee's song, even though it's more rap. It's not bad.
Speaking of Finn Balor, you're working on unlocking Finn Balor, I see, in Star Wars.
Yeah. Here's the thing, though. Why does Finn Balor go to NXT and he does nothing? Like, come on. Give him the fucking title.
Well, yeah, well, they're working on him. Well, actually, he's doing a lot better, Shono, on NXT than he was doing on the main roster, because when he went to NXT, he became more aggressive. He became more of a villain. This is the Finn Balor that...
But he's not a demon.
In the original NXT.
He's not a demon.
No, and I'm glad he's not the demon, because I feel like they oversaturated the demon. They brought him out when it was so obvious, unlike in NXT when he came out for specifically takeovers and for special events. Like, they oversaturated the demon, because when he says, I'm bringing the demon, you already know he's bringing the demon. So he pretty much, like, it's so predictable. So I'm fine.
Well, Bray Wyatt, they did it right, because remember, he got his ass whipped by Braun Strowman.
Yeah.
But I think they're building it up for SummerSlam.
Yeah. So going back to TakeOver, I thought the Keith Lee Johnny Gargano title match was a really good match. I know you didn't like Johnny Gargano being the little weasel, the little things he was doing.
It made him look weak. It made him look weak. I
personally didn't have a problem with it, because I know he's a heel. There are some people that don't like Johnny Gargano as a heel because he's more of a natural technical wrestler.
Yes,
I know he had to do that. Yeah, he had to do that to get to get Keith Lee down if he's going to beat Keith Lee. I really didn't see that as much of a problem. I enjoyed the match and his little shenanigans, so I thought that was a really good match.
You know who else was a good shenanigan technical wrestler? Eddie Guerrero.
Oh, yeah.
And Chris Benoit. Which, I know he's blacklisted, but he was I love watching him perform. Like, he was the guy that just stood out. He's like CM Punk in a way. He like stood out, not because of his size, but because of his ability. I don't think CM Punk has much ability as Chris Benoit, but Benoit definitely did. And WCW shit on him. Who knows where WCW could have been if they didn't shit on the Kevin Nash?
Yeah.
Fucking
Definitely.
stupid.
The backlot brawl for the NXT World Championship. I thought it was a good match, but it was really the weakest.
It didn't need
match
interference.
Of the card.
Yeah, it didn't need interference.
Yeah.
That just ruined it.
There's not. Yeah. Tommaso Ciampa versus Karrion Kross. I know you feel like they buried Tommaso Ciampa, but that was the way they had to book Karrion Kross. Because Karrion Kross is getting the Brock Lesnar push. So
and also you got to take eyes off Scarlett too, because everybody would nut over her like they did with Mark Merrill's Sable. If he wasn't like that, it's the same fucking thing, and they knew that. The dirt sheets knew that, so that's why they had to change it. Why they had to make Tommaso Ciampa look like a bitch.
Well, like I said, they're giving Karrion Kross that Brock Lesnar push. So there you go. Like, they started by having him dominate.
Well, so did Ryback, and look where he ended up. Nowhere.
Yeah, but that was Ryback on the main roster. Like, trust me, they're going to push Karrion Kross well. And I see him eventually crossing paths with Keith Lee after he smashed.
So here's another good question for you. What do you feel about AEW versus NXT? And NXT's been winning the ratings the last couple of weeks.
The thing is, Shono, I'm not here for that ratings war. I like both brands. Both brands bring their own unique feels. I don't care for ratings wars, but like I don't.
It's good for business, though.
I don't want to see AEW get desperate and try to be like NXT and WWE. AEW should just do things the way they're doing. I love how they have the different sets for Fyter Fest. I love how they have their audience. I
still need to watch that.
Wrestlers. I'm not here for a ratings war. I'm just here to enjoy the wrestling. That's it. So yeah. And then to finish my review on Takeover, the women's championship triple threat, I thought was great. Io Shirai was the right pick. She had the standout performance.
About time she wins a damn belt.
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
Right time, and yeah, Charlotte is gonna be off TV for a while. She really doesn't need to win any more women's titles for a while. Io Shirai was the right pick. Rhea Ripley, maybe they have a feud down the line for the title, because I know Rhea Ripley was doing well. I think her feud with Robert Stone and Aaliyah is over with. So
yeah. God damn, hope so. What the fuck? That's pretty ass.
Yeah. So overall, Shono, I thought NXT Takeover in Your House was a really fun show.
I still need to watch those two things from last week. I still need to watch them. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow.
Yeah. So
I don't have cable anymore, so I got to watch it on the network and watch Wrestling24.net.
Yeah. Yeah, so I liked it, Shono. I thought it was a really fun show, and I love the callbacks to In Your House, the nostalgia, because that's what I grew up on when I was a wrestling fan. I watched almost every In Your House pay-per-view when I started watching it.
So did I, actually.
Yeah.
I think I ordered a couple of them.
Yeah.
My favorite moment was still Royal Rumble 94. That was like that was my favorite Rumble, because like Ted DiBiase on commentary was great. Speaking of commentary, what do you think about Jericho on commentary?
Jericho is a legend, man. I love his commentary, like especially when he picks on Pineapple Pete. I love that shit, man. He made Pineapple Pete a star.
He's just believable because he's such an asshole, but he's a good asshole. I remember when he retweeted my Little Bit of the Bubbly shirt too. That was kind of cool.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah,
he did do that.
I love Jericho on commentary. I love the shit he did with Orange Cassidy. I love when.
He doesn't need a world title to be fucking awesome. Yeah, Schiavone. Yes.
Schiavone. I love Britt Baker. Oh my god, I love her. That's Adam Cole's wifey right there.
Yeah.
She's a better role model than Bayley.
The problem is you got Nyla Rose that can't fucking wrestle.
Nyla Rose, which is actually...
I would like to see that fucking Japanese wrestler against Britt Baker. That would be a good match. If they do it right.
Sheeta?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The women's division is trash, though. Like, you got, what's his name, Chris Statlander, who's not even a mid-carder, getting titles. Come on. She can't fucking wrestle. And they gave her a main event push. And garbage.
Yeah.
That she looks weird as fuck, too, with all those fucking shitty-ass tattoos she's got. That's just me. I fucking can't stand that. But, so and then Riho, what the fuck's going on with her? We haven't seen her since she lost the title.
I don't know if it's travel issues because of the virus, the pandemic. I don't know. Because William Regal from NXT hasn't been able to be on a show. Pete Dunne is stuck in England as well.
I thought he could be on Zoom, though.
No, but I mean in person, he hasn't flown out to be on shows. Yeah, so travel issues are still happening with the pandemic.
I'm looking up Riho right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't seen it. It could be travel issues, right? Like you said. It could be travel issues. Because I know a lot of the ones in Canada have issues, too. Which is why Brock Lesnar has been on TV, because he's from Canada. Same thing with Robert Roode.
Yeah.
So some of them are stuck. All right, so you got anything else you want to add for the podcast before we wrap it up? Because I need to get some food.
Yeah, same here. Just I want to say thank you, Shono, for having me on. Because like I said, I don't really talk that much about Mortal Kombat Mobile, but I wanted to just air my grievances because you and I think are the two biggest supporters of the game, and we just hate seeing the shitty state that it's in. And I mean, I'm looking again at my checklist at all these characters that we could have had by now, after 2.0 launched, and it's just like, I just wanted to do this, and I'm glad we had this platform to share and just interact with each other and do a podcast. This is what it's all about. And just like, I just want to see that game. And even though I don't play Injustice 1 and 2 anymore, I just want to see those games flourish with better content, better, little more freshness, a little more originality. I just care. That's why I'm angry. I have the right to be angry because I don't like to play stuff or watch stuff like with wrestling that sucks. That's not worth my time. I still do faction wars. I still do challenges mainly for souls. But at the end of the day, it's just like, I want to see Noob Saibot. I want to see MK11 Katana. I want to see Garrus. I want to see Frost. I want to see Fuji.
New characters, not reskins.
Towers. Yeah. Reskins are fine, but make sure we have a diverse amount of gold cards. Like I mainly want more gold characters, more gold challenges, and less diamonds. Yeah. That's what I really, really want from Mortal Kombat Mobile. That's it. And then add a diamond every 2 to 3 months but yeah, I just wanted to come on here and thank you again for having me. I love the channel, man. I appreciate your support on social media too.
I appreciate your support too. Trust me, I do.
My pleasure. Yeah, my pleasure. So yeah, I know you're gonna do a PAX release when the new Shirai Ryu Tower launches and everything. The new MKMobile update comes. I like we're gonna get Smoke, Gold Classic Smoke. But my excitement for that died when I found out that 3 other MK11 characters are ascending to diamond status. Because there you go, NetherRealm. Once again, you're killing the free-to-play aspect, and you're robbing free-to-play players of a chance at getting 3 really easy gold cards from trials if you ever bring those back instead of having to spend their souls on shitty packs.
Exactly.
So I just want to see change. I want to see new gold cards. I want to see new towers, and I want to see less diamonds. That's what I really want to see.
Yeah, we should have about a year of golds, right?
We should have had, when that freaking Elseworlds DLC bundle came out for the console, one of the characters was Noob Saibot as the Batman Who Laughs. Why didn't we get those 3 plus original Noob Saibot in a big Halloween update along with the Tower of Horror and Black Dragon Cabal?
Right, they could easily do that crossover.
They could have done that. If you look at whenever you get a chance, if you look at the checklist I sent you, I have little cliff notes like
I've seen that.
Possible synergies with characters, possible bronze cards.
Yep, I saw that at the bottom.
Yeah, like there are 3 MKX variants that could have been bronze cards, so we have new bronze cards that we can use our special upgrades on. And Major Sonya Blade, who's Sonya with a tank top and army pants and gauntlets. Tournament Jax Briggs, who was basically Silver Jax Briggs, but with black pants. So why not just give us a bronze instead of another silver? And then the other silvers I was coming up with Aaron Black. Aaron Black could have gotten a silver card because of that outcast.
Yeah.
He's bare chest with like just the gun around his chest and everything.
Right.
It's just it baffles me.
Just keep complaining about it. Eventually, something will stick through. We just need to figure out who's above McPack and go to them. We need to figure that out.
It just baffles me that they have so much content to work with and they give us such underwhelming updates.
Yeah.
We could have had so many new gold and diamond characters.
I've been saying that since 2.0. Since that 2.0 update, it's been downhill. So whoever's managing those updates, give Mick Pack some help or get him off the team and get somebody that actually cares more. Because clearly he does not. If he's putting out these shitty quality updates. Just like Injustice 1. He was on that project when Classic Scorpion and them all came out. And then he brought fucking Metals and ruined the damn game. So
Metals is what made
why is he ruining everything he touches? Why is he ruining everything he touches? And this is your gold standard in NetherRealm? Come on. You're better than this.
Yeah. So
Get back to the glory days of 2015 when both of your games were world hits because you were innovative. This is not innovative. This is frustrating.
Yeah. Hey, so real quick before we get off, that video I sent you with the timestamp to the MKXL character select screen, if you ever want to use ideas from my checklist and that video, feel free to, man. Like, if you want to come up with a top 10 MKX/11 variants we should get we should get as gold characters in the game, feel free to use that stuff, man.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. So yeah, thank you again, Shono. I really appreciate being on your podcast. I really appreciate this opportunity to just talk about the good, the bad, the ugly, the shitty about MKMobile and WWE and the good of AEW and NXT. So I really appreciate it. I look forward to watching this back after it fully renders.
No problem. Yeah, it should be up within about 2 hours. So thank you for taking the time out to air your grievances in NetherRealm, area to talk about WWE, and have a wonderful day, kids.
Exactly.